Hey everyone, Corey here coming in to do our energy update. This is being recorded on December the 15th, 2023. This one is for the weekend and into next week as well. So we're heading into getting that much closer to our Christmas season. And we're midpoint of December. And we're also a few days in beyond the 12/12. We're heading into the winter solstice that's also coming up. There is so many things that are in the energy right now. We are in a retrograde. We have a Mercury retrograde that's, yeah, it's, I think it's a Mercury retrograde that's happening. We have a retrograde. All I know, I do know we have a retrograde, just having a total blank there for a moment. But we are in a retrograde right now, and it is a kick ass kind of retrograde. This one is kicking my butt. This one, I just feel like don't I just don't have the energy to do much. But it is also is coming with some kind of the energy of where you just um, kind of could dig your heels in. It can be an argumentative kind of energy as well. But this retrograde is also bringing in some big shifts. It is the retrograde that just says to us, or not just a retrograde, sorry, the way everything is aligned in the energy, the way everything is, the way all the planets are positioning right now. Sorry, the way all the planets are positioning, the way I see it, is that we are being put in position. So we're being put in position for change, for success, for new achievements, for bringing your dreams into reality, of preparing yourself for taking on something new for whatever it is you want to see unfold in 2024 and beyond. Um, some of my what I've been really noticing is in when I'm doing some of my energy updates is that people who have a full Saturn return in say 2026 is that the energy of their Saturn return is showing up now, and it's like I'm feeling their prep as if they're being prepped for the final launch of the full time of their Saturn return. And I'm not an astrologer, so I don't know why I'm getting that pull, but I'm getting such an energy towards all of all of that energy right now, and it's so powerful. I just feel it everywhere. And so if you know if you are someone who has a Saturn return either between now 2025 and 2026, it feels as if all the energy is already building. So there's momentum that is building for those times as well. Um, and I'm picking it up all the way around. It's just everywhere. So we do that's just things that I just have coming up that is just being mentioned, that I feel the need to mention right now. Now, I did do a video for on here the other day and it would not load into YouTube. So it is on my Facebook. So you can go and check it out. And it was about the 12/12 and the new moon energy. So if you're on my Facebook page, go check out that video. It is also posted there. You can also join me live online for an evening with spirit on December the 21st. It's a Thursday. I will be hosting from 6 to 7:30. And so you can register directly on my website or on my Facebook page. You can go to the shop site on my Facebook page, which has all of the updated courses. Lisa has done an incredible job of getting the shop up and running in there, and it is absolutely amazing. So you can go click there, and you can get your stuff right there. So energy. So what else do we have happening? So with this energy and what I'm picking up today, there was such a push pull to come in. I didn't want to come in. I wanted to come in. I felt the need to get a message out, but I also didn't want to get off the couch. So you may be feeling this energy this weekend of a push pull. You want to do something, but you don't. You're all excited to do something. You got the momentum. You're like, oh yeah, I really want to do this. And by the time the day goes on, like the say 9 o'clock in the morning, you may be thinking, oh, like I'm so excited. I'm going to go do this today. I'm going to get a lot accomplished. I'm going shopping. I'm going to get the house clean. I'm going to go meet friends. You may have a party. And as the day goes on, you find yourself running out of steam, running out of energy. You're like, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. It is the energy that is happening right now. And so you just feel like you just get all that built up and then you're like, oh no, I just rather put my jammies on. Oh no, I don't really get this done. So it feels like a procrastination kind of energy. It feels like you like losing momentum. And don't be hard on yourselves. Be very gentle and kind with yourself during these times. And it's calling you into probably a slow down time, a rest time. And it is a busy season. And I keep saying this, December is the beginning of expect the unexpected. 2024 is going to be filled with expect the unexpected. So many things are playing out, and it's all going to be about expect the unexpected. I have not recorded the 2024 forecast reading or predictions like I do every year. I have not got that out yet, but the December is already speaking of it. I'm already getting the energy of the expect the unexpected. It's like those things you never thought would come true, you may see come true. Those opportunities may be showing up. And this week has some of this energy as well. So you may find yourself maybe having a surprise visitor. You may find yourself with an opportunity to go somewhere that you didn't think you're going to be able to go. Now, with that, I feel like we can also expect the unexpected um, in the sometimes in the not so great moments where we experience other people's fates and destinies of turning of tides. So we are seeing that as well really play out around around people that you may know, around friends. It's like, oh shit, like something just suddenly happens. So this is also a weekend and a week of tread lightly. Watch your step, look where you're stepping, watch your words, because this retrograde can also bring up the anxious and the anxious and angry kind of energy. You may be short tempered, you may have a short fuse. And so there's a colliding energy. So whether it's a slip and a fall, right? It could be icy, and a slip and a fall is be very careful of watch your step. Be aware of where you're stepping. And like I said, being in those rushes and not paying attention. And when you're like, oh my God, I got to get all this done, and you're just rushing and you're panicked and you're ahead of yourself. That's it. Don't, don't get ahead of yourself this weekend and heading into next week. Stay in each moment. Stay present. Stay aware. If you're heading into the store, don't already be worried about getting into the store. Be aware if you're walking towards the store, right? It's like just slow down, take the breath, breathe into you, and just that's what I get. Um, Often when somebody's getting ready to pass, I always hear, and I don't know who it is often, but it's like I'll always hear, I'm dying today, I'm dying tomorrow. And as I'm sitting here, I just keep hearing this. And I mean, I know we got a worldwide full of people, and I'm just like, it's just like somebody just keeps saying to me, I'm going to die tomorrow, I'm going to die tomorrow. And this is being recorded on the 15th of December. So I don't know if this is somebody who would be like a celebrity or somebody who would be tied into the political arena, or somebody that would be more world known that I'd be picking them up, or if it's just somebody that somebody may just know. And I just feel like it's that um it just keeps coming in. I just keep hearing it over and over. Now, there is a lot of magic in this energy as well. I have a lot of magical energy, and it makes me smile a little bit. Today, we were driving home, myself and my husband, and we passed by the old Anglican church, which is just down the street from me. And there was a pigeon on top. I'm like, is that a dove? I think it was a pigeon, but I'm like, I think it's a pigeon. Like it's a bird. And we don't get pigeons up in this part of our town at all. And here was this bird just on top, and it just caught my attention. And instantly I heard, go check your mail. Go check your mail. You need to go check your mail. So I'm like, we turn in there and go check the mail. And so we went and checked the mail, and there was this surprise wedding gift in there for us from a dear friend. So Cherry, thank you so very much. I just got it. I'll message you after. And in the present was this beautiful pillow she had made. And it has two birds in the corner on a heart, and then like a clothesline of hearts, a string of hearts on this pillowcase. And I'm like, oh my God, like that was such a sign. There was just such this divine message to just like this message from spirit to go check the mail. Trust your gut this weekend and moving forward into next week, into December, into the rest of December. Trust your gut. Your gut is trying to speak to you. It feels like a lot of that spirit is speaking to you. There is a very close connection to our loved ones and being close to this time of the year of when we are being spoken to by our loved ones as they are bringing in presents and messages and love to us right now. They just know the time of the year, and they always have something special for us in some way of showing us. You may have a bird that does not show up this year that you never ever see, cardinals or something like that that you never see, and you may be seeing that in your tree this year. Be on the lookout. Be watching for those signs. I feel like there is something very specific to this of birds and watching for birds and seeing something so out of the norm for your location for where you live, and seeing something like that, a random bird, something just not average, not normal, for your area, and you may be seeing that. um there's just so much spirit. So spirit is very active, spirit is very live. I do have a lot of power of the holy realm also speaking, and the magi. And so the wise ones, the wise ones are so present right now, and they're just coming in with such divine guidance for us that they do want us to be silent. They do want us to listen. We learn so much about ourselves when we give ourselves the opportunity to sit in silence and really pay attention to those aspects of ourselves that needs to be healed, because what you may be missing out on is if you don't heal, resolve, release those responses, um, those habits, those patterns that you have that are, either fear, insecurity, those things that could be avoidance, uh, disconnect, separation, like those things that you do to avoid having to look at life, experience life. Well, those things are the crippling energy that is still trying to takes you to the old brain thought that is keeping you away from what is waiting for you. And we need to resolve these things within ourselves if you've been doing the work, if you've been doing this work on yourself. If not, it's the beginning. Start with one little thing. It's baby steps. Whatever you have not finished up from 2021 to 2020, 2021, 2022, 2021, no, from 2020, 21, 22, and 2023, you need to get it done now. Get it done into the beginning of January, no later, because it's January, February. Get it done, because it is going to influence and impact. If you don't get it done, it is going to slow you down going into what is waiting for you in 2024 and 2025. So you're getting called up and out this week of what are those what are those things you haven't completed? What's those things you didn't get done yet? I mean, I got my things. I got some things that really need to be done. And some of them there was no, maybe you didn't have the money to get it done. Maybe you didn't have the finances to finish up these things. And it's like finding those little pieces. So look at it and go, do I buy a Christmas gift for Blojo over here? That's just this random friend or random uncle. Or do I take care of the needs that I need right here? What is important to us right now? What needs to be done? It is about balance. It is about bringing harmony into our lives. And if we're constantly, making sure that, oh, but I'm going to a family gathering and I always bring Christmas presents for everyone, and everybody will be so disappointed if I don't bring them. No, that's a bullshit story. That is not a truth. What will be happening is that you will not be the person who brings all the gifts, and you're known for being that, and it makes you feel special and it makes you feel a certain way, and you love to see everyone else happy, so you do those things. That's a story, and it's okay to break it, because they're not about the presents. They probably enjoy your company and don't really care about the presents. Get real. This energy is about adulting. It is about maturing. It's about really truly stepping up to emotionally and spiritually evolve, It is calling us up and out, and it is time to start adulting, like seriously adulting in our lives. And because somebody has to be the adults, we can look like adults and still act like children. We can have so many trauma response experiences. We can have so much childhood trauma. You can have so many old habits that you've picked up from parents and family. You could have so much shit over here that it's like you can appear as an adult, but not all of your actions are adulting, because we have stagnant energy, we have blocked energy, we have things that hold us back from being able to speak our truth, to say what we need to say, to do what we need to do. And fear, it is called fear. It is the acronym of fear: false evidence appearing real. And false evidence appearing real is everywhere right now. It's like you can convince yourself of anything right now, and it's all the way around us. And so be careful what you're convincing yourself of right now. Be aware of any stories you're telling yourself. Uh, Listen to your own self. Listen to things you're saying. Watch your own behavior. Like there's just so many things, so many areas of our life, and I could just like spin this forever. But I only got this short period of time. And so what's important? What matters the most to us right now? Um, oh shit, I didn't bring my cards up. So I forgot to bring up the Everyday Goddess Oracle card. So let's go over here. So the Oracle of Delphi. Let's try these. Um, oh, that's so funny. That's not the Oracle of Delphi. Here's the Oracle of Delphi. These are the Palladians. I'm so sorry to the creator of these. So these are my Palladian cards, but I want the Oracle of Delphi. And let's just see what this Oracle has to say to us today, and speak to us through this. Now, I do have some other stuff first too. So we have Priestess, and it begins in its begin, right? This is where our how we perceive, predict. So this is the Priestess card. And with this beautiful Priestess card is she is the number one of the deck. It's where we start to begin, right? So when we start to begin anything, I'm going to go with this story. When we start to begin anything, is that we often, we can do predictions, right? We can have predictions. And so those predictions that we have, it doesn't mean that it is a guarantee. What matters in our predictions is is all of the accumulation of the steps and the choices that we make going forward. So if you make a prediction that I'm going to start a new business and I'm going to be in 5 years, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that, that's great. But what are you going to do to get there? And how's that going to happen? And so this is where sometimes we need to, you know, start to imagine the person you need to be. So who do I need to become? And you got to consult with that person. Consult with that successful version of yourself. Have that conversation with the loyal version of yourself that truly is committed, dedicated, doing all the right things for the right reasons. And just consult with that version of yourself. Ask all of the questions. What do I need to do? How do I stay here? How did you get there? How did you get to that point? What did you have to do? What tough choices and decisions did you have to make? It's no different than sitting down to talk to a mentor and asking them how they got there, what they had to sacrifice, what they needed to do to get to that point. And so if we continue to pretend we know, it's like, oh, I know what I got to do. I got to do, I know I got to do this. And if I do this, this will happen. Okay. So it's great that you think you know what you got to do, but do you really know what you got to do? Do you really know what you had got to do? Do you really know what you have to do? And I always say this, teach it, and tell all my students is when I keep hearing, I know, you don't know. Because if I know, and sorry, if you know, and you're on repeat, and you're always repeating the habit, the pattern, the behavior, then you don't know. And it's simpler to say to yourself, I don't know the why to why I keep doing this. I know I keep doing this. I know what I need. I know where I need to go. I probably even know what I need to do, but I don't know why I sabotage this. I don't know why I backtrack. I don't know why I don't do the things that I need to do. So there's obviously something that I'm not getting. And it may be a self-sabotage pattern. It may be something that you do to give yourself the the self-prophecy of this is who everyone is, this is what always happens to me, this is always my outcome. No matter how many times I try, I always end up back here. No matter how many things I do, this is what it always turns out to be. No matter what I buy, there's always one piece of something missing. That's just my luck. That's just my luck. That's just the way things are for me. Nothing really works out. But yet, you got all of this that you want over here, but yet you exist in this energy, in this story. So if you believe that to be true, then you are going to find all the evidence to make sure that's what it looks like. And that's how it happens. So the minute we begin something, we're already in the ending when we constantly and consistently see ourselves in the in the failure, or in the thing not really, in something not working out. The ending's already happening. So it's a hamster wheel. And this is where the evolution needs to begin to show up. Red is about our passion. It's about that desire to be passionate about something. To begin is also in, the sense of the maiden kind of energy. So often it's to say to ourselves, I'm a, you know, I'm a newbie here, and I can predict as a newbie that I'm probably not going to be able to uh, get perfect everything, and I'm probably going to have a lot of hurdles. I'm probably going to have to learn a lot of things. I'm probably going to have to consult with a lot of people, but I know in my heart that that's where I need to be. And if that's where I need to be, what do I need to do right now? What do I need to begin to do? Who do I need to become? Who do I need to become to live my best life? What version of myself? What roles do I need to play? And that's where we're beginning. And so this energy is truly speaking to us in that way of, come on now, come on now. Come on now, girl. Put those big girl panties on. Come on now, guys. Put those big boy panties on. And get real with yourself. It is a time for radical honesty. It's a time to get real. And see, we have a lot of red coming in here. And we are a Sagittarius, right? So we have a lot of that passion, desire. We have a lot of the root. So the root energy center, that chakra energy is about the root. It is survival. It's procreation. It's about our rooted stories, our ancestors. It's in the roots, is in the path, in the darkness, in the under the ground is where everything gets nurtured, right? Gets its nutrients from. So you as a person, you would have gotten all of, either the nurturing you needed, right? You should have gotten the nurturing you needed from the people who were given the opportunity to raise you, to bring you up, to bring you into this world. And sometimes we have to look deeper and look at people that have been in our lives. If it wasn't our family, who tried to help me, who tried to give me that advice. And sometimes you got to look back at the version of you that was refusing to take the wisdom or take the information back then, or was so busy trying to be a pleaser, trying to be a rebel, trying to prove ourselves, trying to be enough, whatever it is, that you really were not listening. And when we look at that version of ourselves and we see that version of ourselves and we see there was somebody there, and whether it was spirit, whether it was our own higher self, whether it was a teacher in school, whether it was a grandparent, whether it was a neighbor, it could have been somebody who said to you, it's not nice to throw your garbage down. It's not nice to do those things. And what their language they're using was the best they had, but they may have been trying to say to you, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe that's not a good idea. those were wise little ideas sometimes. Like, so if you were, if you were being a bully in the playground, or if you're about to be a follower and you were about to, go follow the wrong kind of kids, if you were not handing in your homework and the teacher like, you're not hurting me, you're hurting yourself. You're not hurting me by not handing your homework. You're hurting you. You're hurting you. You're hurting your future. And that version of you that just justifies and pushes it away and just says it doesn't matter is going to be the same version of you as an adult who's going to say, it's not that big a deal. I don't really care about that anyway. It does matter. And why does it matter? It's not because, you may not need to know everything about that math that you learned in school, but it is the habits that you created. It is the healthy, good habits that you create from doing the things for the right reasons, because you deserve to be achieving the life that you dream of. And so if it is about homework, if it is, if it was about doing the homework, it's about commitment. It's about dedication. It's about having the courage to face the things that you don't know how to do, but you're going to learn how to do them. We don't have to like everything, and we're not going to like everything, and we're not going to like everyone. But we're going to have to exist in worlds and situations where we're not going to be in our comforts. And it's going to be the times to be out of our comfort. It's going to be a good time to be out of our comfort, because we're going to be right out of our comfort coming up 2024 in a lot of areas of life. And so this this is all of the energy that's here right now. And for us to be able to, it's not about overcome it, is to become, if we want to be magnetic, if we want to be, if we want to be filled with life, we have to draw the things that are, that we really, that are good for us, that are healthy for us, that brings us change, that allows us to have healthy relationships, happy lives, right? And so this is where we have the enchanter, and she does speak of being open, right? And manifesting. What are we manifesting when we keep saying it doesn't matter? I don't have to do all the work. I can just do half of it. It don't matter. Just as long as it gets done, it's good enough. And if just good enough, if just getting by is what has been enough, then just getting by is pretty much what the rest of life will be. You'll always be tangled in, you might as well just label yourself as I just get by. That's going to be the identity. And I know I'm where I'm hearing this from tonight. And it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, I just get by. Okay, good. You just get by. Well, is just get by, will just get by get you to being the person that you really want to be in the future? And if it is, keep doing her and be happy just doing it. But is it really enough for you? For you? Because you will be the only one disappointing you, will be you again. The only one hurting your feelings will be you. The only one that is bringing you back to sad, angry, frustrated. It's not that somebody else is achieving over here and you're looking at them going, why do they always have it? Why do they always make money and I don't make money? What do I need to learn? How can I be inspired by that? What am I not getting? What am I not understanding? What is my repeat patterns? Because this is the energy that says you have to look into you and not into anyone else, because this is about responsibility. It is leveling up. It's going to kick our butts, is where this energy is. And so this might sound harsh, but this is true. And so this enchanter comes and it does, it speaks about, um, magnetize, open, reveal, manifest. And so, the world is yours, the universe is yours. It has everything that you could possibly want, need. It does exist in there. How do we want to get there? Right. And it's, and I always say I'm not a huge like the manifester of, but I think I always say that. But once I say, I'm having that, that's going to happen. It's I do start to set into motion, but I have this real knowing that miracles require action on our behalf. And if you want to see miracles unfold in your life, you have to take action. You have to be putting some effort and action into it, because this energy is also about effort. You have to put the effort in. And when you just don't have the energy to put the effort in, you have to ask yourself and have compassion for you. What is sucking up my energy? Why do I not have that effort? Why do I not feel that desire, that passion for myself? What is pulling and drawing my attention? It could be old secrets, it could be unhealed, unresolved issues, it could be things that are happening in your life that are just saying to you, can you see this? Can you feel this? This may be the hurt that needs to be healed. This may be that continual repeat of still hiding secrets, um, um, past prisoners that we hold on to, those chains that we hold on to, that narrative, the story about forgiveness, about, oh, you really need to forgive people to move on. And you're like, well, I'll never be able to forgive, so I can never move on. No, you can move on. You just got to cut the cord to that person and just say, I set them free. I'm not, I'm not going to carry it. I'm not going to carry it within me any further. But I'm going to cut the cord to this by living my happiest and my best life. That's how I reward myself. That's how I know I am worth it. That's how I know I am deserving. Is I know that I can do this for me because I deserve better than to be living in this hurt, in this misery. I deserve better. And there's a lot of I ams in here. There's a lot of gifted in here. And this is where the wise ones are speaking to us in such a powerful way, speaking to us from a place of just, you know, this we're coming into a birth time, a rebirth time, a new season, but we're also coming into a time of blanketing, covering, not hiding, but soothing, nurturing, resting, because there is something growing. There is something that is growing within. And as we come through the winter solstice, we're going to be feeling, sensing daylight coming. There's new day. There's more light. Light is going to begin to shine, and light is shining up on us and into us. Do we want to shrivel away and hide away again? Do we want to lose the things that we really have been working towards? Do we want to be the sacrificial lamb to our own stories again? Or do you really want to be honest with yourself and say, I want this life. I want these beautiful things. I want this. And you got to want things bad enough to begin to drop the things you no longer do want, but you've got to want them bad enough that you're willing to put in the effort to get there. You're willing to do the hard stuff. You're willing to face your fears. You're willing to face your insecurities. You're willing to face, the guilt, the shame, and just face it head on. I have been there this week myself. I did one of the biggest things that I was asked to do a couple of years ago when I first had to make some big financial decisions, and I held on and I held on. And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I cannot do that. And when I finally made that choice and made that decision and spoke from a place to myself about, no, this was a very adult choice to make, then I could feel that old brain just, the guilt and shame coming in of, well, you were here once and blah, blah, blah. It's not a go backwards, it's a go forward. And by making that choice, the moment I did, and the moment I went I, and sold my truck is what I did. And when I got to the dealer and I just did all the paperwork, it was minutes, and there was a brochure there, and across it said, "You have made the right decision." And the salesman that was happening, I looked up and I said, "You have the same last name as my friend who just went to heaven herself." And he said, "That's a rare last name. I've never heard." He said, "I didn't know there was many of us around with that last name." And I said, "Well, there was." Um, and I just knew it was a sign. It was something that needed to be done, and it was needed to be done for several reasons. So that to reach the goal, to achieve the things that I really want, that I know I'm here to achieve in 2024, and they're non-negotiables, right? It's just at this is the cost. It costs me this to get to there, but also because I also have support, and I had to tell myself this truth. I am not alone. I'm not alone in this world. I don't stand alone. I'm not alone. I am supported. I am loved. And these are things that, you may have all of these trailing things, but you have the evidence to say it is not true. But you can convince yourself that it is true. And it's the things that cripple us, it's the things that hold us back. And we hold on too long to the people, to the situations, to the material items that are not really helping us. They're hindering us in our growth and our move forward. It is like the hot air balloon. If it's tied down, it can't rise. No matter how much it's, of that gas is being pumped into it, it can't rise because the weight will hold it down. It needs to be set free. And so this is giving us the opportunity to really explore this, really look at this on a bigger scale. And if you want to be magnetic towards all the things that are beautiful, joy, riches, abundance, you can't stay tell, telling yourself the poor story. You can't keep re re-traumatizing yourself and victimizing yourself. You can't stay in the poor face you can't stay in all of those energies and expect to get over here. You can't keep looking in the past to get there where you need to go, right? You can't keep telling yourself that no matter how much I try, it always works out the same, and then expect to get somewhere new. You can't keep repeating the same patterns, keep repeating doing things the same old way and expect things to change. You have to be the change, and you have to be the change agent in that story, in that narrative, to bring the changes in your life. Um, and it's kicking our butt. It kicked my butt this week, and it forced me to do stuff that was not easy, but it was so worth doing, because as we move forward and seeing this in such a way, is we have see. If you could see what I could see, and this has always been my motto, I share this with everyone, in all of my teaching. If you could only see what I could see, you would never doubt you again. If you could see, like I see spirit, I see your spirit. And when I look at people and I look and they're talking, they're chattering, I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But what do you really need? What do you really want? What are you really seeking? And I'm speaking to the spirit, and I can see spirit. I can see spirit in your eyes. I can see spirit in your aura. I can see spirit on you, through you, within you. You are so much more than you could imagine. You're so much bigger, so much more magical, and you're so much more than this dense energy that we exist in here in this earthly plane. That you are spirit, and you were a spiritual being who came for this human experience. And don't let your spirit down. Don't let your soul down. Your soul came to experience. It came to, end old karmatic debts. It came for a better probably experience that had another life, or it came back to gather up something that it missed in the last time around. And here you are. You have the opportunity. You are the vessel for this soul, for the spirit, for you to be in the sense of being in your enlightened self. Let yourself see things that enlighten you, that inspire you. Let yourself see the magic. Don't dismiss a ladybug coming across the screen like just went across mine. Don't dismiss the bird on top of a church as if it's nothing that you've never seen, that you haven't seen in your area. Don't Or on a tree. Don't dismiss those things. See deeper. See life deeper, and see you, and get to know you. And if this is what we say, in more than existing, to more than exist, you have to break up with you, because the world has lost that mystifying curiosity of becoming curious, learning, unlearning, and then to relearn again. And we're here to relearn again, right? You're here to break up with ourselves, because that self that we created was for was for protection. It was for so many reasons. It is our persona, right? The mask that we wear and the roles that we play and who we think we have to be in those roles. And in those moments and in those experiences, and we get tangled in those webs. And so if you don't have to be, if you don't have to be anyone for anybody in particular, if you could be the you that you want to be just simply for you, who would it be and what would you be doing? Take the pressure off yourself and let yourself flow with it. Because I'm telling you, if you could just see what I could see, your soul will guide you. Your spirit will guide you. You will be guided through this life, the divine, the wise ones, the angels, your guardians. You will be guided. And so this is imagine. So imagine living the most beautiful life. Now, what would that most beautiful life be? And what is beauty to you? And where did you learn beauty? And if you unlearn the definition of beauty, now close your eyes. Imagine beauty. Visualize beauty. Ask the divine to bring you beauty. Bring me beauty. Show me beauty. Let me see beauty. Let me see this light. Let me see this love. Let me see love. Let me feel love. Let me feel understanding. Let me know understanding. Guide me to see it. Guide me to feel it. Guide me to a deeper understanding of myself. Give me the strength and the courage that I need to do the things that allow me to live this beautiful life. And this is what we have for you today. And I hope in some way that this inspires you today to really look into self. We send you much love. If you love these videos, like these videos, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. You can even leave a comment if you like. I send you so much love. If you could only see what I could see, you would never doubt yourself again. Love. Bye-bye.